Okay, so now it is my turn to be in charge of the podcast, everyone.
Great.
You know what time it is.
What did we call you?
Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
The questionnaire DM
what
or
do we call
QA
you?
queen?
I'm the cute. Oh,
The Quadum? Quadum, was that it?
Quadum? No,
That
I came
sounds-
something cool. I came up with something cooler.
Oddly sexual, and I don't know.
Was it?
The Q&A.
I could've sworn it was
DM.
Someone's
Quadum.
ears just perked
The
up when they said
QADM.
Quadum.
I had something cooler before.
I don't think you
know.
did.
Was it like the question master
people in the
or
comments?
something?
Question Master?
Let us
I like
know.
Question Master.
DM
Or
Christy.
Q&A Queen.
We could just pause it and I can look it up, but you know what?
Doesn't take
I'm
too
not
long.
gonna.
I like Quadum
Okay.
more.
Quadum sucks. Okay, so anyway, we're going to read some questions that our lovely, lovely fans have sent to us. Or listeners. They might not be fans, so I always hate saying
Well, it'd
that.
be weird if they were listening to us, but they hated us.
We've talked about that before.
I might listen to a lot of
Okay.
podcasts.
Yeah.
So the first question to start us off is from Bloodbender. Thank you, Blood.
Thank you.
Out of all the player characters, who needs therapy the most?
Who needs what?
Therapy the most.
Ooh.
Awen.
Probably
And
Awen.
I don't know.
I think
Between-
it's either
I think it's me or Awen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Leaf has some like subtle trauma that I feel like she has not dealt with at all.
Well,
True.
none of us have dealt with any
no
of
one's
it
dealt with
for, like-
anything.
I think I now realize that I have a thieving problem. I just got all. Just realized, wow, I got
You were
sticky
straight
hands,
up
man.
criminal. Yeah. I don't know. For me, I think it's like Catan and Awen as like
It's not fair.
needing-
Everybody has
Yeah.
like some like terrible,
But who needs it the most?
like maladaptive coping mechanism. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the way Boral has gone since Beardrum's disappearance is making me more concerned about.
Oh, yeah,
He's
that's
going
true.
like you came into it
That's true.
this way. You came in, you know what I mean? Like he's the one starting to kind of lose it a little
That's true.
bit.
We've had a chance to kind of like figure out how to like
Yeah.
he's like, I'm going to be like super like dismissive and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to be a hard ass. And
Right.
Paul's like, I haven't figured it out
I'm going
yet.
to go in a corner and drink. Don't worry about it.
Drink and play with fire.
It's definitely more self-destructive
Yes.
tendencies
yeah,
here.
Okay, so
true.
we've collectively answered Boral is the one. So this question is from Matt Crumbly, but it's kind of long and we actually haven't read the Gothic lineages, so we can't really answer that one. So I'm going to go to the second question he asked, which was great, which is, would Catan smite anyone in the party that became undead?
All of you. That was very simple. Next question.
Easiest answer of all time.
Yeah. I mean, so we're talking like classic, like you're now a zombie or like a skeleton, like your soul is gone. You're just like a shambling mound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most respectful thing I can do to you is turn you into radiant ash.
Oh, God.
You wouldn't even try to turn us undead first?
You can't turn someone undead. You're
Yeah.
dead.
You can. There's a spell for that.
No, turn undead means like literally just turn around.
Oh, okay. I did not understand that.
Go the other way, zombie.
It is by far the most bullshit, useless cleric ability, or should I say, highly
Situational.
Yeah,
situational.
situational.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like in like The Walking Dead, very useful.
That would be helpful,
otherwise.
Oh, I'd be popping on turn undead I'd just be walking down just screaming turn undead.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, all of you. I would turn you all into radiant ash and whisper a little prayer as I sent you to the whatever god you pray to.
I love it. Okay. Thank you, Matt. So the next one is from our brother Nicholas. So we're going to read this one. Thank you, Nick. He says, how would the characters react when they lose one to a powerful enemy or from a powerful enemy?
I'm assuming like lose a friend or something.
Yeah, so maybe kind of the situation that we're in. So if, I guess at this point, if we like actually one of us died, like how would your characters handle that?
I'm
Do you want to do a quick?
I'm already pretty sensitive. So
Yeah, I think go ahead and listen to something. Go ahead and listen to Arc 6.
Yeah.
yeah.
pretty bad.
I would probably have a mental collapse
Yeah.
at that point.
At this point in the thing, how would Awen and Catan react
Awen-
to that?
Yeah, Awen would just even more like,
Button up.
button up.
Retreat into yourself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Catan?
Which person?
Oh, wow.
He would be devastated if it was Leaf because he thinks of her as just like.
Oh, almost went into Catan.
Yeah,
Did I?
there. Yeah,
Did
you
I?
almost started talking like a Tom.
I think I'm just scratchy from all the screaming.
You were screaming a lot.
You did do a lot.
Yeah, I did do a lot of screaming. No, if it was Leaf, he would be devastated because he just can't, he views her as an innocent. Boral, he'd feel really bad about because he thinks he's a good guy. Awen is so distant that like I don't know, he might disconnect for a minute. I think he'd be pretty sad about Awen too.
Be a couple
but,
weeks like, hey, is anyone in Awen?
Yeah, he would just assume that he was just like went somewhere.
I mean, I've said it before.
Okay, very
John-
funny, Awen, come out now.
Yeah, right.
There's just somehow there's just snowing, just chilling around.
No, I think he would also feel bad about Awen. You know, he thinks Awen's a good guy. He'd feel bad.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Nick.
Leaf would sob uncontrollably for days and days and days.
Yeah, pretty on brand.
So Blood
somehow her tears would hurt
has
people.
another question, but it's just a burn, so I'm just going to read it just because, and I think you know which one it is.
Yeah, I
Are
know,
there
I know.
any other words besides massive Jake uses often? In other words, how desperately does he need a thesaurus?
I don't know. I obviously I don't even notice that I'm using massive.
You use like a lot, but most people do.
Well,
So that's
yeah,
not really
I
a
have a filler
specific.
word for
you have
sure.
filler word, a crutch.
I will say though, you have definitely gotten better with massive though.
I've been trying.
He's trying.
I'm
he
trying.
really is, guys. We promise. We give him just as much shit as you do.
if not more.
Yes.
You just don't hear it because I make them
We
pause
edit it out.
Yeah, we edited it out where he does a second take.
Matt just sends me. I feel like they just send me like a clip of like me just repeatedly saying massive. Like Jake, there's 40 minutes of you
Supercut.
saying massive in an hour episode.
Massive super
Oh my God, I would love that.
We got him a shock collar every time he did it, but he started to like it. So we
Yeah.
turned that off.
I also now have a Twitch where I just kind of like twitch and say massive. So
Okay, thank you. That was another one from Blood. Thank you, Blood. This is from Hare. Thank you, Hare. To everyone, who is your favorite NPC to date? And I don't think she means to date as in to go on a date
Oh,
with.
well, then that changes my answer.
I mean, we can answer both, but I think the question is like up to this point, who's your favorite NPC?
For me,
Awen?
it's, oh my God, I think for me, it was I don't want to say Kerrigan because that's Kerrigan is great, by the way,
Kerrigan's
Jake.
great.
I
Right.
love him. But I think my favorite character you've had so far is I don't know if he was a pyrotech or whatever, but it was the one who was that fanatical.
Oh, the one we caught.
The one we
monk?
caught. Yeah. I loved that character.
The one we cut,
so
the one we turned
much.
into the Rasta guy.
The one we tortured
The one,
just
the
recently.
one that had his hands like melting away and
Yes.
stuff like that. The one that lived that he liked.
That we interviewed.
Oh, okay.
Recently.
That was
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite NPC.
That was definitely the one that
And
I think
why
I stayed
is the
more
question?
the most on brand with of like I personally when I'm like, oh dude, I feel really good about like I stayed in character,
Mhm.
which I'm definitely like I know that I can tend to get a little loosey goosey
Mhm.
a lot.
You're making good progress, though.
Um,
You are.
And I'm that and massive are two things that are definitely and just describing things more are definitely
Okay.
the big things.
So-
And he's also my answer for who I'd want to date because
Okay,
that dude
great.
would worship.
Do you did you answer why quickly, or did you say like
Yeah,
specifically why? Just
he captivated me the whole time, and the fact that Jake was so into it, I seriously, the whole time he was talking, I had my head on my hands and was just staring at him the whole
Yeah.
time. Like I was just so in that
Enamored
moment with
by
that
it.
character.
Okay.
I loved him.
Ben,
Luxie.
your own NPC because I made him.
Because he's a good listener.
I think
Good pony boy.
yeah, because he does whatever I tell him to. No, I think my favorite NPC so far would probably be Raymond from the
Damn it, you stole my fucking answer, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Raymond Jr. or Raymond Sr.?
Raymond Jr.
I figured
Yeah.
Raymond Jr.
Yeah,
wasn't really
and
that
it's I
prominent.
mean, like he was just so stupid and ridiculous, but it was more just all of the situations we got put in with him.
yeah.
It's not even so much that I loved him so much as just like everything happening around. That's just everything about him and the race and just it just screamed like you were just the shittiest, worst human being, and you just don't know it. You just
He was really easy to hate. I hated myself. I was playing him.
But that's the beauty of him is that
yeah.
like there's just nothing better in a movie like about like skiing or snowboarding than the mountain douche.
You need the
what I
bully.
mean?
You need the bully.
No, like
no, he
it
was.
is
There
such
was
a-
no redeeming quality in him.
Yeah.
Period whatsoever. The end.
Can I make a shirt that has the Mountain Dew logo, but it's the Mountain Douche?
Yeah,
And that's his shirt. I love that. Okay.
I'm sorry, Brian. Do you have a different?
Did you want to
one?
add anything to that?
Well, no, I mean that was
You can have that be your answer.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be different.
You already kind of spoke on it.
We kind of been on the same wavelength
Yeah,
lately.
yeah.
So
that was going to be my answer. So.
My favorite, if you had asked me this like a couple arcs ago, it would have been Jasp because I really liked
Oh,
that
yeah.
character
That was fun.
so much. But now the Seer is coming up hot on him. And
yeah.
I love the Seer. Like,
Yeah,
they're all
I had a lot of
gross.
fun.
I don't normally like gross characters, but like,
Yeah. He's just gross.
they're just gross enough. Yeah,
exactly.
I just don't know what they're gonna do, and I like it.
Personally, I know being the DM and knowing what's coming.
Mhm.
I personally have a very special spot for Emmy and Lorelai, just because of like the interaction they have, like that scene of her just leaving in Arc 2. Of just like not saying anything to Awen and just totally pulling an Awen move and just leaving, and then like the scene with Emmy and Catan and like that awkwardness that's now gonna be like
Prevalent.
Yeah.
like
yeah,
you're gonna
we haven't had a
people-
chance yet to
Yeah,
like.
it's been battle.
It's been
so
too chaotic.
It's gonna be so much fun to role play that, and I think those kind of characters that kind of, especially because they're girls and I'm not a girl. I don't know. How do I interact with that? I've actually been doing a lot of Googling on romance stuff. So that's my answer. Emmy or Lorelai.
Jake reads romance novels for fun.
I do. I use D&D as an excuse.
Okay, thank you, Hare. Blood and her kind of vamped on that a little bit more and turned it into a different question. But so I appreciate they were
vamping.
basically saying like, can it apply both to the players and the PCs? And I think maybe they actually did mean to date, but
Yeah.
Well, I gave my answer.
we got your answer. So, and Leaf, I don't think has the emotional capacity for that yet. She's just a little thing. So there's none of that going on.
I mean, you
in
got
her
plant
brain.
babies.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
plant
plant
babies to worry
babies.
about. I'm a plant mom. So Sask asks, how long do you all generally actually record for?
Well, don't
Today?
ask about today.
Today
Oh,
is not
Jesus.
a good. Today was a long
I feel
one.
like 24 hours, just around the clock.
Yeah, we're going on 8.5 hours today. That's not the typical.
No, I'd say
It's-
average 6 hours.
Yeah, about 6.
To
Yeah.
get 4 episodes down, it takes about
Because
6
we
hours.
take breaks in between.
Because we
Yeah,
gotta take little breaks.
we have to
They're not
pause for
always
certain
they're
things.
not always an hour. Sometimes you go a little longer. So I'd say 6 hours is an
Yeah.
average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you add everything together, like the dog barks or
And
the-
that gets us 4 episodes.
gotta
so we
eat.
usually spend.
we gotta wait for Jake to like regain his composure from our hilarious jokes.
Yeah, no, that is a thing. You do break me a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
Sorry.
all
Okay.
right.
Okay, so Sachi basically asked the same question, but it was just for you, Jake, of like, who is your favorite NPC? But we've kind of already
Yeah.
gone
Yeah,
through that.
Emmy
Okay.
or Lorelai. I think it's between those two. Sen has a special place in my heart, but I think it's just because he's so easy to play. There's not really like any depth to him as of yet. But those two are very much like
Living,
my favorites.
breathing characters.
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
like that.
Okay. So Ash asked, thank you, Sachi, even though we kind of answered that already. So
Yeah, thank
Ash
you.
asked for the whole cast, if you could create one spell or ability for your character specifically, what would it be and why? And then for Jake, what spell or ability would you give to an NPC or a big bad guy?
okay. I guess
Cease to exist forever, period. For anyone.
That would be yours. And do we need to know the why on that?
I mean, you
I think
know.
we can fill that
would
in.
Awen cease to exist or someone else would cease?
No,
to exist?
he would cease to exist.
Okay.
No, I think he would use the spell called end small talk is the spell that he would use.
I love it.
Totally.
Yeah, that's the spell he would use.
You would like see like most spells used, and that would be just off the
yeah,
charts.
absolutely, yeah. Because someone would be like, "Hey, Ewan, how's the weather out there?" And he would just wave his hand and go, "Well, Ewan, see you later," and he'd just walk off,
Perfect,
and that would be
I
my
love it.
spell.
Ben?
You
More
know,
smites.
I keep imagining Catan with a spear. I don't know why, but I imagine him as a spear and shield warrior sometimes.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so I can imagine a spell that would generate a spear made of light that you could use as a standard weapon that was no more different than like your typical like +1 longsword, but he could throw it and it could smite somebody at a distance, but then it's done. So
spiritual weapon.
So distance smites.
So just so
But
that's
like-
what
but-
you really
but it-
want is
you want long range.
smite.
Yeah, you want to learn.
I would like to be able to long range smite, but it wouldn't just be like, oh, any javelin I throw I can smite with. It'd be like a very specific spell that like
Yeah.
I cast a spell, I get the spear, I can use it as a weapon, I can smite with it, yada yada yada. But one time I can chuck it. I hit Matt's mic. One time I can chuck it and do a distance smite with it for that clutch moment when you're like, I really gotta fucking stab that guy, but he's all the way over there.
And I don't have enough movement to get to him because Jake's an asshole.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I cast haste. How far away is he? 121 feet.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. Here's a look behind the DM screen. Most of the spells are made up. So all of the, anything that I do every day,
Just keep making them up.
yeah, just because I don't like the limiting factor if it's like, oh, you have to do this spell and it does this. I like the
Why? We have to.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, idiots.
Yeah, you all have to follow
losers.
rules.
I'm sorry,
I can do whatever I
How many
want.
fucking actions did you do this round? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I may have sort
He's
of
pretty
kind of.
lenient.
Yeah. Okay. Brian.
What about you, Brian?
Because you don't have enough fucking spells as it is.
That's the funny thing is that I'm like, oh, you know what would be kind of cool is if there was a spell like this. I'm like, I better check if that doesn't exist
probably
already.
have.
And it did. And then I did that again. Oh, what about this? Oh, fuck, that exists too. I really need to fucking get in touch with these spells, man.
So maybe a spell to remember your spells.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
And how they work.
Basically, you
how
just
about-
need a damn Cardex.
Auto spell.
Auto spell.
You cast a spell that would be perfect in this
That's-
situation, whatever it is.
Oh, I love that.
What
Yes.
would be the most beneficial option?
yeah, auto spell.
The problem is that it's gonna screw it up sometimes. You know.
That's okay. Auto spell.
Yeah, no, because it will
auto-spell that?
auto-correct like to like the wrong thing. You know what I mean? You're like,
Oh, I see what you're
I
saying.
cast ducking. God
Oh,
damn it.
yeah.
So my first one I looked up was like,
Ducking.
it'd be kind of cool if you could like change somebody's memory and there's modify memory, level 5 spell. Well, fuck me.
That's so
And the next one was like, what if I could just a smaller level spell that just kind of just twitches and kind of makes somebody like think something a little different. And yep, suggestion. And then
I
there's
love
mass
suggestion.
suggestion.
Oh, mass suggestion's so
I
great.
love
Yeah.
suggestion.
Do you know that mass suggestion at level 9, you can cause somebody to do an action for a year?
That's insane.
Oh,
So you could theoretically use mass suggestion on a group of people, and you could make an entire courtroom dance the cha-cha for a year.
That's what you do
Cha-cha.
with it.
Yeah, like I love how there's not like, we're gonna
I
solve
like a
any
dude
kind of-
that talks.
ah, yes.
That's my favorite
Oh my god.
Line from that
movie
movie.
moment ever. I laugh so
So
hard.
mine would be undo.
Reverse time for 15 seconds.
Control Z.
Control Z, please. Thank you. If only I
so
could just.
so good. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
that's
lot
fun.
of that.
I think that's just called wish.
Yeah. Right. So that's that one. Okay. So thanks, Ash. That was a great
thank you so
question.
much.
So the next one is from Landrig the Scotsman. Thank you. And he says, how much has the pandemic affected your recording? I assume the 2-month gap in Arc 6 was due to restrictions.
We had mentioned that we stopped recording for a little bit.
We did.
we
We
did.
had to stop for a little bit because
Yeah.
we didn't know what was happening.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
were all
and we didn't
like-
want to contribute to the problem, but we also, need to continue recording. I'm fully vaccinated now as a healthcare provider. So
Go fuck us.
Now you are.
I'm half vaccinated as also a healthcare provider.
Are you really?
Yes, I got
Oh,
my
how
first
did-
dose a couple weeks ago.
Oh, how'd you handle the first dose?
It hurt real bad.
Yeah, it's really sore, isn't it?
It was so sore. I thought
Yeah.
it was, I'm like, oh yeah, I've gotten shots before. Like, oh no, I could not
there's
lift
something
my
in that.
arm for a minute.
Yeah,
but
there's something in that keeps it
I
preserved.
hope the
that
second one
hurts.
doesn't get me real good, but I'm prepared.
It kind of wipes you out, but whatever. It's better than being intubated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get my second one.
Yeah, so we stopped for a little bit.
We stopped for a
so
little
that
bit.
we could isolate ourselves.
When things get hot, we stop.
And when we
had a
essentially,
backlog.
yeah, and when we did have a backlog, luckily to give us that time.
We chewed through it.
And because
Oh,
we
God,
did,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
That got scary.
because we had basically isolated ourselves for that time, they were saying you can have bubbles at this point.
Yeah.
So we all said, hey guys, have we really been irresponsible? We said, no, you've just been staying at home. So we felt comfortable enough to be that was our bubble, was this group. I saw literally nobody else except for this group for months at a time.
Yeah, and
It was
in
just
between our
working.
Yeah,
and
it was a
my
little
roommates.
scary at one point because I was still working with COVID patients, but then I got hurt, and so I was out of work for a while, and then it was like, well, shit, now I see nobody. So
yeah.
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 So once that came down, and luckily all of us have been lucky enough to not knock on wood to
Right.
get it, because we all really made sure we were safe to be able to
Yeah, we
continue
limit
this.
our
for
exposure
everyone.
as
Yeah.
much as possible. And we only record like once a month. So we
Yeah,
have
it's nice that we
quarantine
can-
time
yeah.
between if anybody's got anything, obviously.
I would actually wear
we
a
wouldn't.
mask around my usual contacts after recordings.
Just in-
just in case, because it's
Yeah.
like
the first few days after I would come back from recording, I wouldn't like hang out in my living room around my roommates.
Yeah.
I kind of just
Just kind of wait for a little bit.
It's
and
not
be
like I
like,
don't go into my room and play a bunch of
I'm
video
all right,
games anyway. So
no, but yeah, we would take. There was many precautions we would take, and we've all been either lucky or through our planning have
Diligent.
prevented- Yeah.
Yes, we are diligent.
crit
on
20
sure.
our health.
Yes. So thank you for that question. That was
thank
great.
you.
Okay, so the next one is from Sass again. Thank you, Sass. This question is, how is Beardrum, the player, aka Joe, and the family doing? Since I am his sister, I will answer that. He's doing great. The baby is wonderful and a cute little sweet chub. And yeah, they're doing very well.
Yeah, his wife just cut my daughter's hair.
Yes,
days ago.
I'm seeing her next week, I think. It's very
I
great.
live too far away to do that because a $20 haircut to pay $40 in gas does not make much sense.
Anyway, thank you for that question. Next one is from Jesse.
Jesse,
Yes,
what's up?
sir.
Just be.
He has a bunch. So let's see.
Wait, Jesse?
No. Oh,
Hey, you know
sweet
what?
little man.
No, you know what, man?
We appreciate it.
JFNB, man.
Yep.
JFNB. Okay, so for Jake, have you ever made something up on the fly and kept it going on as canon without informing your players? Almost always.
Literally every time I make a decision. Yes. No, like quite often. Most of the time I do talk to them just to make sure that it's good. And it's not like bad, like, you know what I mean? It's not like a shitty story plot that just because I made it up on the spot. I do get a little concerned about it being like good. So that's about it.
Yeah, there's been like once or twice you've been like, are you guys all cool with this? And it's like, we want the story to be good. And if this is your story, then this is it. I don't think we've like
kiboshed anything
No,
before.
it's just like,
fixed
I think
it.
go for it.
It's more just funny to talk about after, like, oh, I totally didn't mean to do it, but because you guys did this, we had to go here. Like that.
Yeah.
That's more of
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. It's
I think I think it's more of like character background stuff that has changed during gameplay that I just kind of rolled with and haven't, the other players don't know about it.
Okay.
And I think that's more of the stuff that I haven't told you
Gotcha.
guys about.
Yeah, because we can't know about it yet. Gotcha. Okay, Matt.
Yes.
Do you edit your voice to be extra suave, or is that natural? I don't even want to give you time to answer that question.
That's all natural, baby.
give us an A1 real quick.
That's all natural.
I regret to inform you that he's actually that good.
He also asks, what music have you been most excited for us to hear?
There's a couple pieces that I've either worked on or have finished that I'm just, it's the bane of a musician where you have a piece that you really are proud of, but you don't want to post it because you're waiting for the perfect moment, but there's never going to be a perfect moment. So you just keep waiting. The one that I have released that you guys have heard is the one for Jasp, his theme song.
Oh, that was fun.
was really fun.
That was one of my favorite and most ambitious things I've ever written. I've never written anything like that before. So it was really fun to do. And I have another piece like that. It's just, I don't know if this is not really spoiler, but it's called Bone Room Waltz. Just as kind of give you a sense of what it might sound like. And so I don't know when I'm going to release that, but that's my favorite piece that I cannot wait to let you guys hear. And once I release it, I'll let you know that's the piece. But I'm always working on little ambient sounds, little tunes and here and there. But the Bone Room Waltz is the one that I'm keeping for
I still sometimes go back and listen to the sled race.
Oh,
That one was really good too. I like that one.
Everyone, I will actually listen to that sometimes just to listen to that.
Oh, I love it.
We do need to get that SoundCloud going because a lot of people have been asking for that.
Or even a I don't know, like a second, a Matt Patulo.
Yeah, we got these new mics, so now you should have more time, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I also keep upgrading my sound system stuff. So there's like more to do
more
there as well.
Yeah, we'll get on that
always
to
with the
get that together.
excuses. Slid
Anyway.
back into Awen's character.
Okay, so this question is for me. Do you think it would be awkward for Boral to discover a love interest in your campaign, essentially flirting with Jake right in front of you?
I mean, he had one with Beardrum.
Yeah, it would be
romance.
It would be. I think I would like it. I don't think it would be awkward for me. I mean, it might be for you and Jake, but no.
Ben's kissed me, so
Yeah.
Yes, Ben's like-
Literally.
The first kiss is the hardest one, but after that, it gets easier and easier. Isn't that right,
Easier.
Jake?
At the time.
Okay,
When
right.
it's appropriate.
When it's
yeah.
right.
Yes.
or you could just
Right.
not kiss me and just say you kiss the character. That's cool. I mean, you can just do that.
No.
Gotcha.
Well, you've
Okay,
been saying that you want all these video clips, so you know.
there you go. That's the video.
That's on
Ben.
the New Crits OnlyFans.
Yes.
That's the first thing that's been put on there.
Ben, if Catan got a wish spell, how would it be used?
50% of the population gone.
Oh, yes. We got the Thanos directive. We've discussed this.
No, I thought about this one because
Of course you have.
No, because I was reading, I was pinning them as they were putting them up, and I saw that one, and I was like,
okay.
oh, actually, that's a good one. Wish is the most powerful spell to like manipulate all of reality, past, present, future. I mean, it's just whatever you want as long as you word it right. And that is an extremely tempting thing. So what I would say is that if he failed his wisdom save and he made a bad decision, he would use it for his own benefit. He would bring back his family. He would make it so the war never happened. You know what I mean? So he can go back to just being happy and peaceful and being, which, you know, how many times have we seen like a movie or something where it's like, oh, we went back and stopped World War II. And then it's like, yeah, the future's fucking worse now.
Yeah, the consequences are not good.
Yeah, so that would probably be the oopsies answer.
Mm-hmm.
If he actually like passed a wisdom saving throw and knew that like wish is a dangerous spell and that like it's too much power, I think he would wish that from the point forward after this wish spell was cast, the wish spell would cease to exist.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Boral and
I was going to say, no more wishes.
Yeah, right. I both went,
I think
I wish for no more wishes ever.
Yeah, I think that the wish spell would
Free the
cease to
genie.
exist forever from that point
yes,
forward.
Genie,
Because,
I wish you were free.
Yes, exactly.
Because
I'm out
it's
of wine.
just,
I don't know what, just like tossed it at them.
it's just too dangerous.
I'm good.
So-
Don't look at mine.
Hey, hook me up.
No.
So, Jake, what's the
why'd you make it
DC?
so fast?
Give a little splish. Hook a brother up.
25.
25. Okay. He rolled a 19
That's all I
plus all of his, he has proficiency in wisdom. He passed. Wishes no longer exist.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
But you know what does exist now? More wine in my cup.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I'll have you all know that for most of our lives,
Did you
Matt did not drink.
Did you squeeze the bag out all the way,
I
too?
did not squeeze the bag.
Okay, so there is more wine.
There's a morsel.
And I'm going to beat you to it. Pause.
Did you hear me running?
Tripping over all your
Over
equipment.
me. Just pulling all the wires out.
And Matt overtakes her end, and Christy goes and bites his ankle, and Matt's the winner.
God damn it. No,
That's about accurate.
I get violence for my
And
wine.
then Jake walks over and just grabs the bag out of his hand and drinks it out of the bag.
Okay, there's a couple
All
more.
right, I'm past this.
Ready? So this is for everybody from Jesse. This says, besides the emotional impact, what has changed the most about Beardrum being whisked away?
Not having another tank.
I was just going to say that. I was like, we don't have anyone to take damage
Not
now.
having another meat shield. I think that and the fact that we are more cautious with our planning because Beardrum's role was to
Take that.
was to be the one to
we were
just
way more aggro before he
go forward.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's definitely something that
I think bear
We're missing.
totem barbarians are OP. Like,
Yeah, it was
well,
great.
just fucking nothing can hurt me.
He would just destroy anything that was like that. He probably could have taken that giant thing out.
he would have tried.
I'm just going to climb it
if
and
you
I'm going to
don't
bash its
build
head
a
in.
barbarian right, they don't deal a lot of damage, but they're still fucking impossible to kill.
Yeah.
So like, he would basically just allow for almost unlimited
Yeah. Well, so
opportunities to
many situations would be different too. Like that,
Yeah.
the giant fight that I did, obviously he probably would have done it. Like there's the situations where we have to put ourselves in those harm's way. We wouldn't have had to do because he would have just stepped up to do it. So that's been, I guess that's kind of emotional, but still it's different.
Yeah.
A different dynamic.
But that is also the biggest change of it is like now you have like
we take
you
the
have
hits.
to step in for
yeah,
it.
we actually get hurt
How
now.
do you fight in a war? I guess we have to leave traps now because we sure as fuck can't do
Just
it
fight
one on one.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, Beardrum would have just been like, I will meet them outside of the town.
Yeah, hey, I got the North Passage by myself. Don't worry about anybody else being there.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a gigantic flame monster. I know, I'm here. I see him. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me
I'll
just
take
break
care
his
of
neck.
it. Yeah,
Rip.
exactly. Okay, and then he asks, what's better, Schmeeds or So Schmeeds?
Fucking neither.
Neither.
Social media.
I am pulling back
Oh.
on the Schmeeds.
Oh.
Because it does.
it
Sass
sounds
is right.
ridiculous.
It does kind of sound like schmegma.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So Schmeeds would be better.
I will take a step back. So Schmeeds.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
yes.
still awful.
Okay.
If I
Still hate
if I
it.
had to choose between the two evils, Soch
I would
Meads
pick
I
Soch
prefer.
for sure.
Get in the
Okay.
comments, baby.
Soch
Soch
Meads it is, but
I'd
I'm
rather
still
swallow a knife than ever say Soch Meads.
Well, hey, Brian, looks like I know what you're doing tonight.
You know what I'd rather swallow? A little more of this wine.
So loose, this Matthew. Okay, one more.
But you know what's
Get
funny
loose,
about
baby.
the 2 times I've done that? I've never actually taken a sip.
I
of
know
the
you
food.
have.
That's because you don't have any left. You
I
like.
have some. Oh, gotcha. Boop.
You just booped my nose. I have known this man for like 25
he's
years.
never booped your nose
and he's
before?
never booped
I've
me.
never booped you.
First time for
Wow.
We'll
everything,
get
baby.
booped, bro.
How drunk are you right now? You have like a half a glass
I've had
of
like a half
wine.
a glass of wine. I'm totally fine.
Okay,
You booped me.
Well, it was a boopable
He's getting
moment.
sassy.
I was gonna say that was
not drunk, he's just
that one
sassy.
was ripe for the boop.
It was right for the booping.
I got a boopable nose.
You got
You
a
do have a
boopable
boopy nose.
little button nose.
you do.
You do.
Okay, one more from Jesse. This is also for Jake. I freaking love the seer. Did you plan that character to be that way, or did it just sort of happen?
Okay, so
That is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted a crazy wizard because I don't. You guys remember the Nothic, right?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
You, the fans, do not remember the Nothic because it was never recorded. But when he first started playing,
2.5 years ago
dude,
or
that thing was
something.
Philosophin
creepy,
Delver,
man.
I had the Nothic be a very like creepy deal making creature, and I was like, man, I don't have that in this game anymore because I kind of just like I wanted Hagar to be that. I wanted Hagar to be the fucking like batshit crazy wizard. He kind of is.
He's crazy,
but a lot
but-
more, a lot more destructive than like.
He's more gruff than anything.
Yeah,
He's more gruff and
I was like, oh, I like the seer. And at first it was like, oh, he's gonna have a weird voice and he's gonna be like kind of an oddball because that's how like a lot of Nordaic seers are. They're fucking high on shrooms all the time. It's just how it was.
I can see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I think it was that first scene where I like had his voice and I'm like, oh dude, yeah, he would be he's just like a semi like prankster joking, doesn't take anything serious because he knows what's gonna happen already. So he doesn't care.
No, I love it.
I like that. Yeah.
Hey, Subno, he said that only 2 people would live. And as of the episode we just recorded, there's more than 2.
We'll have to.
3? Oh no, there's more than that.
pack
Yeah, there was like
won't
30
we?
left or something.
Yeah,
which means either he was wrong or whatever episode we're going to record next, Jake is going to prove
Yeah,
him right.
We're not done yet.
And by the time you hear this, you would have already found out. So
I mean, if they're good listeners, they would already know what happened.
Okay.
So
All right, thank you for that one. That was great. So this, you added this for another question from Blood. It says, who's the Sam of the party?
yeah. Oh, so like from Lord of the Rings,
Who's the Samwise?
Yeah, who's the Samwise of the party? Who do you think's like putting them on
It's
the
got to
map?
be Leaf.
It's
Yeah,
gotta be
right.
me.
But like in the sense of like, is Leaf gonna carry you up a mountain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam
Yeah?
was like the
Okay.
emotional backbone.
Absolutely, she would. If
Yeah.
she could.
Who was-
Yeah.
Or she'd
yeah.
try at
Yeah,
least.
I
like-
literally was gonna.
Absolutely.
Yeah. True.
I'm
No,
not-
that's
yeah.
fair. That's fair. Now that you put it that way,
Absolutely.
I'm the
yeah.
most loyal of the group, I think, for sure.
Okay.
Yes, I think so too. Or
Yeah,
the
now
most
that-
ready to sacrifice yourself for someone else, I
Yes,
think.
I agree.
Now that
Yeah.
you put it that way, yeah, I agree. Yeah. So Leaf.
Okay. This one is another one from.
And also, you're literally a halfling.
Yeah, that too. Claxty again, thank you. This is if the party could jump into any TV, film, or anime setting, which would you choose? What would your character's party theme song be? And okay, let's do the first one and then I'll work through his.
Okay.
So any TV, film, anime setting, what would you choose for your character?
Like
On
the character?
If the party could jump
Party.
into one of those settings.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
the
could,
party.
if you Matt could bring the party into any TV or any like entertainment setting, what would it be?
Oh, I know my answer.
Oh,
if you need a
man.
second.
Yeah, go ahead. If you go ahead.
Space heist.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope.
I think we would make a great ship crew and like kind of like Cowboy
like
Bebop
a,
style.
like a little Firefly.
Firefly, like
Oh, hell
with
yeah.
kind of like a outer space western kind of thing, like where we're just doing a bunch of odd jobs
That would be
as a
dope.
little ship crew. I would love to see our characters in that setting.
I'd like to see us in Deadwood.
That would be good.
That
too.
would be
Like
fun.
full western.
Full on Western.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty
Good.
dope.
That would be
That's
fun.
good. Okay. Ben?
You got anything?
Catan wouldn't go very far. He would pull us into Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer?
okay.
Oh,
That's
that's a really
Because like,
that's a good anime.
don't you
God damn it.
have? Aren't goblins one of your favorite enemies?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, like from a tactical standpoint, he'd be like, well,
I am a
Awen's-
Goblin Slayer.
Awen is a Goblin Slayer, and I mean, like goblins are, in that world are so bad and evil that like, what better thing to go and like, kill?
Slay?
Yeah. And then like,
Okay.
wizard, druid. Oh yeah. Goblin slayer.
Jake?
I don't know if I would have like I kind of like a reverse Asaki anime. So it's essentially like it's someone getting pulled into like a fantasy world from the real world. It's not a particular setting or anything like that, but I would love to like see you guys get shot into like the real world
Oh, I like that.
and like you're just like, we have to take the bus. Just like some super mundane shit, but like you see anyone flying over shit or like.
But are we aware that we are from that world?
Yeah, you're aware that you're
Oh,
from
I
that
like
world
that.
and you get like shot and you're like, okay, well now we have to like live here and like be normal.
jobs and stuff?
like,
Oh,
just-
but you know what would be great is kind of like the Lost scenario where like we're all living that normal life and then we slowly become aware that we don't belong here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's
Like as you're going through it, you're like,
Wait.
none of this is right. I'm not. Why?
I can smite people. Why?
Yeah.
well, no,
right?
yeah, just
What
like,
in the fuck?
We discover our powers like slowly in that setting. Yeah, I like that.
and,
too.
and just like this, that's that like, this is wrong. I shouldn't be here.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like it's kind of matrixy where it's like, where's the blue pill?
Brian?
Or red pill. Whatever.
So I'm gonna say like a pirate setting. And I'm not
Yes.
talking. Nope. I'm not saying Pirates of the Caribbean. So I have something very specific in mind because I've read these books. This is an author from like the late 1800s.
Oh, I'm Brian. I've read a book from the 1800s. That's how smart I am. Here, you want my glasses?
It's yield pirate
So
gang.
and maybe people know who this guy is. Raphael Sabatini. He wrote a couple books called Captain Blood and Captain Blood Returns, and they are fantastic fucking books about a pirate. It's kind of this, that he's the protagonist and something goes terribly wrong and he kind of has to fight back and win the woman back and take his homeland back, and it's fucking fantastic. And I can see our party in that setting, and we're kind of like helping him, but we kind of trade places. We're actually the ones fighting the battles and like helping this guy kind of like take his homeland
So
back.
he's kind of the Ulrich
So smart.
a little
I
bit.
know,
yeah.
right?
I want to throw us into the
obscure pirates.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Maybe you guys don't know about this because it was written in an ancient dead language.
I
but,
don't read a lot of books.
It was
But
an
I
ancient
read those two.
hieroglyphics.
Actually, I read
Those?
three. He
Those
wrote
three.
another one called The Seahawk, which
I'm
is
very
also
impressed. Good job. You're very smart.
Horatio.
I would love if somebody, we could be in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Maybe you haven't read it. I mean, maybe you've read it the translated version, but you
Yes.
read the original Sanskrit version. No, oh, that's
No.
cute.
Oh, sorry.
I think we do very well in the Iliad.
Okay. The next question he asked was, what would your
We love you,
characters,
Brian.
or they, I'm not sure who this is,
Jerks.
what would your character's party theme song be? Does anyone have a theme
Nothing but
song?
fanfare and
Matt?
trumpets.
Yeah,
For me.
I mean, we have a theme
I
song.
have one
Yeah.
for Catan. Can we just do? Can we do the opposite where we say
I give
somebody
a
else's?
song to someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
sure.
I like that. Sure.
Go.
I'll give one to Catan. Blinded by the Light.
Oh, I like
that'd be a
that.
good one.
That's
Mm.
good. That's good.
Okay, well, that was good. Good job, everybody.
I don't know if I have anyone for anyone else.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that would be like I'd have to think on that.
I think
one.
Burn Baby, like, what's the
Disco
Disco
Inferno.
Inferno for
that's
Boral?
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Shit,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Do me.
I'm sorry. The person with the least knowledge in pop
I'm
culture.
saying collectively, someone do me.
I don't know. What's a plant song?
Give me a plant song.
The whole album of Plantasia.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that's a great album, by the way.
Plantasia.
Matt, you know so much about
Plantasia.
music. I feel like this is unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plantasia. So that was a I cannot remember what the musician's name is. Rod? No, it's Gorman. No. God, something like that. Anyways, he was essentially the first person to create synths in like the early
Really?
60s, 70s, and he made an entire album to play to your plants
Yeah. That would
to
totally
help them
be Leaf's jam.
grow.
Oh,
and
yeah.
each song is named after a specific plant that you want to play to that plant.
Holy shit.
And the album, first of all, is insanely good. It's crazy good. And actually, they based a Zelda theme off of one of the songs on that album.
Oh, trippy.
Yeah. So
Oh, and I'm the fucking book nerd. Look at the music.
Yeah,
nerd
right.
over
And
here.
he's like,
Holy
I
shit,
gotta
man.
show him up. Wait, I know lots of
I
information.
mean,
What would you pick for A1? Do you have a song in mind for him? You have nothing left in it.
I don't
I can
know.
pick a movie
Drops.
called Gone with the Wind. Just,
that's good.
that's
Yeah,
good.
but that's not quite a.
literally just pick any song from there. The one that he leaves or something. I don't
The
know.
one where he leaves.
The one where he leaves.
It's just gonna be strings.
Yeah.
That's all Gone with the Wind is.
Yeah, I can't think of like a song.
I'm trying
like
to
that.
find
This is great.
something.
At the end, they added for Catan, I'd pick the Batman theme song, but replace Batman for Catan. But that's just me. I like that. Catan.
Okay.
Catan. Yeah, there we go. That's
Yeah.
one.
I thought you meant like the original Batman theme. Like, this is Catan's theme song.
Oh, that,
like the actual Batman song. Anyways, go to the next one. No one can pick one for me.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't-
too enigmatic
I don't think so.
for one song.
The thing is, I'm
I
sure
like
there's
Jake sing. Whatever
some-
song is about like fucking leaving.
We're just like
That's what I
How
looked
about
up.
50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by
Yeah.
Paul Simon?
There we go.
Okay,
Perfect.
I just looked up songs about. Hey, it corrected it to freedom. Fuck you, Google. I looked up songs about escaping reality,
What a Google search.
and then Google was like, "You mean freedom?"
Freedom?
And I'm like, "What? No."
50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
Okay, perfect.
Great song, too.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a great question.
yeah, it was. That was a good one.
Okay, so this is from Trees Awake, and he asks, how does Matt stay so humble while knowing he's everyone's favorite player?
Boy, it's tough, Trees. Let me tell you.
He doesn't.
It's
trees,
answer.
trees. Listen to me. Listen to me. Trees.
This is just for you.
How much did he pay you to say that?
We have to know.
That's
Hey,
classified
you know what?
information.
I
Thank
got
you.
2 words to explain that. Self-appointed.
Yeah.
Not if everyone says it.
No one else has said it but you.
He just said it, didn't he?
Stop saying it, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
helping.
Why? You're feeding a monster here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you really are.
Literally, you're gonna kill him if you make his bed any bigger.
That's not true.
Okay.
Well, Jake's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
Just
someone
saying.
else might, but
Okay. Thank you very much. That was a great one. Not
like
really,
that.
but you know.
Yeah.
but you know.
Thank
cool.
you
It's real
for
cool.
Well, you
participating.
know, we can't all have the winners.
Okay, this is another one from Jesse. Do any of you have backup characters you would like to play?
Yes, but that's going to be it's kind of a secret.
You don't have to say. Just I guess you could just say the answer.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. As a backup for
Some other story,
Some other
possibly
thing,
down
okay.
the line.
I got a couple characters I've worked out in my head, but then as I like really think about them, some of them are a little cliche, and Catan was so goddamn cliche that I'm like,
I was gonna say.
well, let me
that's kinda
try and
your
do something a little
thing.
bit more, original.
Okay,
So yes, and I got to work on them.
Brian.
Not really. I don't. I feel like I like stuff kind of off the cuff a little bit. Yeah, not really put too much
I do.
because I don't know what kind of character, I don't know what kind of campaign we might play in the future.
That's a lot of it. Yeah.
and kind of just make it fit. But
I know.
I more just have the personality of
Yeah,
the
okay,
next player
yes.
I want or character I want
like
to be.
voices and personality and character.
I have
yes,
that.
I have
The
done
rest
that,
of it
but
will
See,
have
that's
to
so funny because I don't have any of that.
not
I
like
just
what
have
it's going to
built.
be like.
Right, of
rogue
course
or-
you do.
Of course you have to build.
I'm not
You've already
surprised
built
at
the character
all.
up to level 20.
And I'm sure Jake has like 300 characters.
Well, no,
he
I
would
built
love
the
to play
character.
with.
They're all
I built
NPCs.
the character
Every
at
NPC
level
is
1,
a character
2,
that I wanted to
3.
make.
You guys are talking.
Oh, sorry.
shit.
I was just saying that, yes, I built the character to level 20 and 19 and 18
That's
and
what I mean.
17 and every level in
Yes,
between.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah, when I tell Ben to level up, he just pulls out a piece of paper that I already had printed
Dan.
and ready to go. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? Here, hey, listen.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
boy. Okay, that was great. Next question from Jesse as well. Who is up next to DM when Jake gets a break?
Probably me.
I mean, yeah.
I would assume.
You know what, guys? I actually have a campaign I've been working on in my head.
Really?
Oh,
Nothing's on paper yet.
saucy. Okay.
Oh,
So maybe
okay.
it'll be
so
Ben.
maybe
Down for
Ben
that.
then.
And
I'm
you'll
also
stay
super
as the-
scared because I feel like it's going to be a very hardcore, gritty one, and like if we're going to go back to like 1E.
What?
I'm not gonna do 1E.
I know. I was just joking.
He's
I
like,
would
no,
never. I've made up
my own.
Ben E.
I love it. Okay, that was great.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
what-
either me or maybe Ben, I guess.
maybe
Okay.
Ben. Okay. Next one from Jesse is, or last one. What has been everybody's favorite scene, either because it was funny or heartwarming or showed character growth or just was really cool?
Man, there's been a lot. I feel like just this whole last arc. I
know.
I
really
am
loving
personally
this next
I really liked arc 2. I really like that had a special place in my heart. Arc 3 kind of had some really good moments, and I think that was with a lot with like Boral, because it was a Boral centric thing. But this last arc, I mean,
Yeah,
just
arc
so
3 was
many,
the heist.
yeah, just so many good like character building moments and like world building moments that just me as a DM, I'm like, I feel like I'm on the level of like other DMs of like, oh wow, people like me, and like I just felt really good about
Yeah,
this.
Jake Mercer over here, huh?
Right.
Yeah, dude. I wish.
Okay.
God.
Does anyone else? So do you have a
I got
scene?
one.
Just
I don't know if I have like a particular scene.
Okay.
Maybe the Fuma scene.
Okay.
I think that might have been it.
That's pretty good.
And do you have a quick why on?
Why?
Just quick.
Just to the implications of it.
Yeah.
Of just like so like all the way down, I feel like to the end of the campaign, like that one little moment is going to have so many different implications of it that it'll be really cool as like a writer to figure out how the fuck to do
Brian?
that.
Yeah, I mean it's us on the mountainside and me showing the locket to Catan.
Oh, that whole
Ooh.
that
That
scene
was
really
cool.
good.
Fucking good, man.
Ben, you did, that was a really good
That was
one.
incredible.
I like
Yeah.
that. I forgot about that, honestly. To be like,
Ben's like,
I want
The
to say it
scene on the
first because I want to
mountainside.
steal your fucking answer. I don't know if that was your favorite.
where I did
but-
a really good job.
Well,
That was my favorite.
I mean, here's the thing is I don't want to say a scene that was centric to me.
Why? It can be if it was your favorite.
if it's your
Well,
favorite,
then
it's fine.
in that case,
That's
every
what
moment I
mine's
talk.
Oh, you stole my answer.
This moment right now while I'm speaking, that's it.
That's my favorite.
This scene.
Shit. Overall, I don't know. God, I'm so sorry,
so
but
many
there's
favorites.
just so many.
You just call out one or two.
Call it one because it's. I'll give you a second to think about. My like one that comes to my head is honestly the beer drum fight in the arena.
that
Oh,
was
that was great.
that was dope.
I
yeah.
love that because I had so much fun building the sound direction for that scene.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Adding the crowd
It was
noises,
really
the
good.
crowd
Yeah, that
reactions,
was
right?
great.
Really good.
Mixing that in
That was so
with Jake's like amazing portrayal of it. The stuff that Beardrum did was just that whole scene, especially that last like 5-minute fight with
Yeah.
that. It was so fun to produce,
Yeah.
and I labored over that for hours, making
it
sure
was
writing the fanfare for. I mean, every little thing I was like, this has to be perfect because it was such a great moment at the table. I want
Yeah.
it to even
Feel that.
yeah,
Yeah.
to surpass even that during
Yeah.
the production of it. And so I spent so much time doing that, and I was so happy with how it turned out. Not that I'm saying, oh, I made it that, but
But
the
no,
way
but
it
you
came
helped.
together,
Yeah.
I love that moment. That
That's
good.
one episode was so much fun.
You did bring it with the sound and everything, just like
To the next level.
To the next level,
Yeah.
and I'm sure as like a listener that wasn't able to be there and like be part of it, and like in kind of like the silence of no like extra post production sound. It was so much. I had so much fun running it.
It was
like,
so fun. I loved it.
Like, and even I love that you guys had so much fun being just on the sidelines.
Yes, and that's another thing that I love when he rolled that 20 and broke his neck.
Oh,
like
dude.
we
Oh, dude,
all
we
were
were
so
with it.
excited.
What was
Yeah.
with his dice?
I know. He was
I
like,
still
Look
say
at his
everyone
dice.
loves that.
I want his
That's
dice.
That's why he had to stop. He was like, they're on to me now.
What about you, Chrissy?
For me, so I also agree that this arc has just been like I was saying after we finished this session, like it flew by. I just am having so much fun. And I feel like everything is growing really well with all of the characters and stuff. But I'm going to pick two scenes. One is where I made the mistake with Ouroboros and how Boral took it up, how I turned into I thought I was doing everything right. It was like the moment I was in the heat of it, and then how you had to pivot that and turn that into something else. And like, to me, it was like the first time of like, we broke the game
Yeah.
in a way of like the main story. Cause a lot of times we break the game, but like we broke the story.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh,
I really
sat
liked
there for
how
weeks,
you
just like, what do I
turned
do?
that in and made that a thing. And yeah, so I really like that part. And then the other one that I like is Awen's wind power reveal. Like that whole
was dope.
scene in the ballroom, the first scene of like, or the first time that we see Awen have like more emotional response to something, and we're not seeing, as characters, we haven't really seen him be that caring about anybody, or at least he always passes it off really quickly. So I really like that scene just as like an emotional, like,
Yeah, that was,
scene,
I
whatever.
think that was kind of the one of like the first like
reveals.
romantic-esque.
Yeah, and I didn't think we were
scenes
going to
in
get there in this camp. Like, I didn't think that was going to be a part of our campaign. And so that I liked that.
I knew
happened.
I kind of wanted Awen because I feel like that's his like character growth, is that being able to love someone like because he's so off
More
of
than
everybody.
himself.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever reach that.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Someone might be a close second.
Yeah,
Baby steps.
not quite there.
You know what?
Ben?
I think I spent some time thinking about it, and unfortunately, it is still somewhat centric to me. But I have a good explanation. I kept thinking of all these scenes with music, like the ballroom scene or like the sled race, and I enjoyed those so much because I just really love the emotion that music invokes. However, it actually doesn't have anything to do with music. My favorite part was the vampire fight with Briarbeck right before and right after I pulled out my rap. And the reason why is because, no, you guys at home might not know this, but I am actually kind of shy. At least I was. I have been for most of my life. I never really had a lot of like creativity fostered in my life. And anything I ever did, I was so judgmental and critical of. Like, try drawing. No, this looks like shit. Never try it again.
Trumpet.
Play some music. I can still, I used to be able to read sheet music. That's not a completely
That's
shitty
wild,
accomplishment.
dude. I can't read sheet music.
I gave up playing it because I was just like, well, I'm not very good at it, you know? And so everything I've just always been so hypercritical that I've never tried to do anything like, well, especially from an artistic standpoint. And I just was just like, caution to the wind. I am just going to do the most ridiculous, stupid shit. And you're all going to laugh at it and it's going to be great.
It went over really well.
And then
It's
it
like
was.
it's a fan favorite. It's
Yeah,
like
and it
one of the
was.
most
And
talked about things we have.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I was just so happy that I finally was able in my life, take a leap and do something. I'm going to go ahead and say a little unique,
Yeah.
at least to myself.
I don't know many D&D podcasts that have raps in them. So
Especially from the paladin.
yeah.
Maybe the bard, but not a
And
paladin.
while he's on drugs. So I mean, like, really?
yeah, that was a wild moment.
That was a wild moment.
Yeah, and I decided that like Catan had been so serious that like we were starting to get into other people's stories and they needed the opportunity to have really serious moments. And I was like, I'm just going to be a fucking clown then.
That was great.
No, I loved it.
moment.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Awesome. Thank
That
you,
was a
Jesse.
really good
Those were great questions. Okay, this is another one from here. She says, what is everyone's favorite D&D snack? And for the characters, what is their favorite road trip snack? And did Awen manage to pack it?
Favorite D&D snack is literally anything that I can get my hands on when I'm hungry. I don't care what it is. I'll eat it.
Fistfuls of goldfish
Today was 2 fistfuls of goldfish and some red vine licorice.
Yes.
So and then a cup and a half of wine. So
Yes.
that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
And then Awen's favorite snack. I think we
did
made that
touch
can.
on
It was
it.
trail mix, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think something like that.
Yeah, trail mix. And Awen always 2 things he packs on every road trip: mixtape, trail mix. Done.
We do
Gotcha.
actually need that mixtape, but we do need you to make that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's a priority.
Ben?
Me personally, every single time we record, I show up with 2 large cups of coffee. I drink one, then I drink the other one.
That's usually how you drink 2 cups
He
of
leaves the other one here for me to throw away.
Well, I drink them both at the same time. No, I drink 2 large cups of coffee, and then I have like over the course of our like 6-hour recording session, I have like 3 Diet Cokes, and then at the end I usually have some wine. I'm very liquid based while we
And
record.
caffeine based. Holy
I know.
I have
man.
a problem.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wow.
do you want to know
I never
why?
actually thought about how much caffeine
He
that you drink
consumes
in a
a
day.
lot of
Do
caffeine.
you want to know why Catan has a fizzle vein problem? I'm addicted to psychostimulants. All right.
Dude, that's
Yeah, I take in a lot of caffeine.
insane.
Yeah.
I clearly have that gene that makes you process it quick. And then Catan, God, he grew up on a farm.
bread.
You know,
Just
no,
like
Churned butter.
I was gonna say that
Goat milk.
he would love to have like a grilled cheese sandwich. I think it reminds him of being a
Bye.
kid
Fuck you guys. I'm gonna
because
fuck
that
this
was like
Q&A.
kind of the last good part in his life was
Yeah.
when we used to have like grilled cheese and tomato soup, and then everything came apart and then it all unraveled.
Yeah.
So I think he likes. I think that's kind of like a little bit of a comfort food thing for him.
Yeah, so
Okay.
very, very like a nostalgic snack.
Yeah.
Good. Jake?
Well, I guess since I don't have a player,
Yeah, just do your
yeah, my
No strudel.
Yeah.
Strudel be
For-
your
for
in-game
Sven, yeah.
snack. Okay.
Honestly, I don't I'm really bad with like snacking while recording.
You order McDonald's every time we record.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's the closest thing here.
Why don't
Well,
you
then
just get it on the way? It's literally around the
because
corner.
I'm already late.
Yeah.
He has to DoorDash it every time.
Yeah, in the middle of the recording, he'll be like, oh, hold on 1 second, guys. And he'll go to the door and all of a sudden he'll open it and he'll just bring in this bag of
Bring in his
McDonald's
little egg
and then
McMuffin.
put it on his counter and go, oh, okay, sorry about that.
So
I'll
what's
eat it
your
later.
order then, I guess? Let's go from here.
Two breakfast sausage burritos. That's it.
This morning I had 2 sausage eggs McMuffins.
Yeah.
All right.
And then some orange juice because it usually helps my tummy in the morning.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake is usually hungover.
I'm
Brian?
not usually hungry. Someone has to do it.
Literally whatever I can get my hands on. Like whatever I made for the group or anything in the cupboard. Cheese, crackers, meat, fucking anything. I'll eat it.
Okay. And then Boral. Boral's road snack.
I mean, have we discussed this before? Like,
No.
I feel like
I
Come
think
up with
we
it now.
only had.
We haven't in an episode. We have.
Yeah, we have, and I don't know if everyone said. I think it was
We kinda just
mainly-
let
I think it was
Awen be in
Awen
charge of it.
and Catan that were talking about it. So what? Yeah,
Boral?
I'm
I
actually
mean,
really
he might
curious.
have like probably dark chocolate or something.
Okay.
Okay. Leaf.
I like it.
And Chrissy, I guess.
So me
Make a
as
nice
a
mole.
person, I like, mole. That's yours thing.
Mole.
Yeah, yours is
Oh,
mole
yeah.
for sure. I like that
Mole.
that's a snack.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It is when you drink it through a straw.
Yes.
But if I don't,
like a
if I
mole
don't have
milkshake.
mole,
A mole fondue, if you will.
For me at the table, I usually have water and coffee. That's what I usually sustain myself on because if I eat anything, but I cannot say no to when someone brings donuts for the session.
yeah.
I regret it, but man, does it feel good when I get that sugar rush. I just, But I'm fasting right now, so I can't do it until now. But yeah, that's it. And then Leaf in character, she likes to eat little plants that she can eat. So she doesn't rely on Awen to pack snacks. She
You
just
eat your friends?
Little sustainables.
she just picks up, a little handful of clovers here and there. And if she's not sure where she's going to go, she'll put a little bit in her bag and she'll just keep them in there for later.
You eat clovers?
You can eat clovers.
You could also choose something that's not like
A clover.
what an inefficient
Bark.
source of energy. Like eat a potato.
Well, no, it's like just little snack, like little.
It's just a little clover
it's a snack. It's a little clover snack, a little handful of grass, some berries, whatever she can see that she knows is
Grass. I love that you keep choosing things that are weird and that most
whatever
people
she
don't
can
eat.
see that's just for
tumbleweed?
snack. It's like it's just like gum. It's just
I just-
something
I
to
just eat like
munch
a-
on.
I just eat a dandelion.
Yeah, if a Wheel of
and-
Fortuna blesses me with a tumbleweed flying by, I just take a little nibble out of it.
She's not using it to sustain. It's just a snack. It's just something,
to keep her mouth busy, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So she'll stop talking.
That's fair.
Yeah. Thank you, Harry. That was a great question.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like the snacks.
This is from Hodgepodge. What class or character would you play that is the opposite of your personality instead of the amplified version
Oh,
when you
interesting.
choose when the campaign started? So if we were starting this campaign again,
And then we would be
What
the
would your
opposite.
character
Druid
be?
for me.
what class or character?
Druid would be the exact opposite for me, for sure.
Okay.
Someone that's quiet.
Fuck you, Jake.
A class.
I would probably play
Necromancer, because that's literally the opposite of you.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say rogue.
Yeah, rogue was
you're
what I
not,
was
you're
gonna
not
say. I
a
didn't wanna-
sneaky, shifty.
The problem is that I'm not a sneaky, shifty person, so it would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys would
the
not
opposite
enjoy
of
it. I'd be like, I guess I lie to them.
Can I roll a lie check, I guess? Is that
Yeah,
a thing?
is that a
They don't
thing?
even say what the lie is. Just like I lie.
Yeah, I just lie. So
Yeah.
whatever it is, isn't the truth, is what I say.
Okay. Brian,
Barbarian.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's pretty much.
what would mine be?
I feel like maybe a bar but I don't know because Leaf is so energetic, so I don't know. Monk.
trying to think the opposite of me.
Well, the opposite of
Interesting.
Ooh, sorry.
Burn.
Wizard.
Yeah, I was gonna say wizard or paladin. I think.
I
Yeah.
say wizard because
pretty
they're
opposite
very
of-
logic
Yeah.
based casters.
Yeah, you're kind of emotional and naive.
Yeah,
You're
you'd be,
very much of a
you'd be more of a
wisdom.
sorcerer than a wizard, if anything. So I'd probably
Yeah.
say wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
No,
I would be a
that makes sense.
necromancer because I'm like all about like death instead of life and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, decay.
growth. Yeah.
Yeah, death
Yeah.
and decay.
That would be
entropy.
mine. Yep.
Yeah.
Great question. Thank you, Hodge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are running out of time, but I want to get through all of these. So we're going to do rapid fire. Everybody
Yes.
just go.
Yep, 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 yep.
All right.
Okay.
Shit.
So this is from Fawn chicks.
Great rapid fire start.
Yeah, good
Sorry.
job there. Fly. Yeah,
what
good
would,
job.
Quiet. What would happen should Awen's secret stash of Beardrum's memorabilia, the articles he bought at the Blood Bowl, be found?
Oh, I would lie immediately. I would immediately lie and just say they're like Beanie Babies, to where I'm just holding on to them so that they get value
worth more.
quicker.
Okay,
Yes.
I love it. Okay, and then Mike, or I hit it and crit it, asks, "Can I get a shout out and hear my name tag?" No.
No.
Nope, sorry.
Bye.
And
In fact, just cut that out.
Yeah, I'll edit it out. I won't forget.
Brower63 says, "Will Catan ever have fun?"
Fun? I think Catan has fun when he's killing his enemies.
Okay.
There you go.
Sass says, "Boxors or briefs."
Boxors' briefs.
Matt,
Yeah,
Boxors' briefs.
Yeah,
both.
Boxers is briefs.
Boxors is briefs.
That's what I wear right
Everybody-
now.
I feel
all
snug
around.
but also loose.
Yeah,
Yep.
gotcha. And then Gray added on, does Catan go commando under his full plate? Because he makes a lot of tink noises
you
and it doesn't
cannot.
sound like a cloth muffle.
Oh, well, that's because his underwear are also metal.
Oh, I was gonna say because he got a Prince Albert.
That
so
must,
like,
Yeah, no, his Boxors briefs are metal.
Oh,
so
man.
it's so when he
Shaped like a motherfucker.
So
tinks,
much chafing.
yeah, I mean, what I talked about the padding in the last episode,
Yeah.
but yeah, the metal against metal, tink.
Okay, there we go. That is it, guys.
Well,
Thank
right.
you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for all those
So
amazing
Jake, what's
questions.
going to happen with the next arc?
You're all going to die. So cool.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, shut up. I'm not done yet. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. That was very, very helpful. So many great questions.
Yeah.
Please keep sending them in. We are going to leave this channel up. And I'm just going to mark which ones we've gone through. So if you have other ones any point during the campaign, just drop them in that Discord channel and we will get to them when we get to the next one. Okay?
Yeah, and try not to make them about like, oh, what's going to happen with this?
Yeah,
Because
obviously
then we're
not
probably
spoilery.
going to find out. Yeah, if they're more,
If you think of something.
yes, more
just-
bigger questions type of a thing,
Yeah.
I think would be perfect. And yeah, drop them in. We'll save them for the next one because we haven't done this in a while, and I honestly love doing this. And,
Yeah, it was so
it's
fun.
great.
We hope you guys do too. So we're going to keep this going for sure.
Awesome.
Love
Thank
you guys.
you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And we're done. Bye.
See you next Monday.
We'll see you in a week.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It's like I gotta move.
Oh, my.
Bad choice. Okay.
All right.
good.
I got
Oh
it.
man,
I
that
got
was
it.
great.